Alright guys, welcome to the CG Academy versus CLG Academy.
This is Isoboard 5, and with me over here is Human Jukebox 107, baby. So let's go ahead and get into this game. We got our pick and ban phase coming up.
So far we have Brand, Mundo, Ornn, and Lucian banned so far.
So, yeah, I've seen the Brand banned. Since this is the first game in the meta, I've seen Brand banned a lot because they like to take it bot lane, and it's just... it can be super disgusting late game.
And speaking of disgusting, we just have a Zoe pick coming in. She is disgusting mid lane. That Sleepy Triple Bubble can just destroy people, tanks or not.
And the thing about Zoe is, so they nerfed her into Oblivion, but now she's back, and she's got buffs to her W. So a lot of people are maxing W on Zoe second. And so it does a really good chunk of damage. I've also seen some people take Hextech to go do it, to get it maxed.
And it seems like we got Rakan for the first pick. Now, he's a very good support. He's very good engage, very good pullback and disengage. So it's a very good first pick for CG Academy.
All right, so if they got Rakan, most likely they're going to go for the Rakan Xayah, I'd imagine.
But I don't think CLG will let them have it outright, so they may try to pick it up before they can get Xayah. But
okay, so they got the Irelia coming in on CLG side. I wonder if they're taking this mid.
They could be a mid. It could be a flex pick. We've seen a lot of Aurelia's mid in this upcoming series. So it could be a top or a mid, and we'll see what the second pick for them is to see if it kind of
right, because honestly, they could flex a bunch of stuff in this meta. So it'll be interesting to see where any of these picks go. Yeah, if you're going Camille, Aurelia, you already got two flexes on your side.
Very good flexes. Camille has been used a lot in the jungle as of late.
Yeah, jungle.
Just because the easy clears, as well as or easy ganks rather, because she could just jump over the wall with her.
Her E.
E.
Yeah, that's like honestly the range on that is disgusting. Okay, so got Trundle coming out on CG side. Not really sure. Trundle really can only go one place usually because I haven't seen him go in support in a long time.
And they did manage to get this Xayah for the Xayah Rakan bot lane. So
yeah,
it seems like Piglet and Vulcan are pretty set on this bot lane.
So I wouldn't be surprised if CLG Academy right here, I wouldn't be surprised if they go Bruiser bot lane or Mage bot lane.
And it seems like you're right because they got the Tom Kinch to make sure that ADC is nice and safe from those engages of the Xayah Rakan. And obviously the Trundle pick is probably good for the disengage of both Camille and Aurelia. And we got a Shen ban coming in.
On CLG, yep. Let's see. So yeah, I guess that really makes sense because if you're running any kind of Rakan with those engages, like you really want to limit the globals. Because if you have a Rakan flash ultimate and then have the Shen ult shield on top, Rakan's only weakness is that he can be super squishy and get popped out. But yeah, when you run those two, they can be pretty nasty.
And it seems like they're getting rid of the mixed damage with this Varus ban on the CG side. And then we also have the Cho'Gath ban on the CLG because they don't want CG to have too many more tanks than what they already have in Trundle.
I've seen Varus and Lucian are like Varus, Lucian, and Ezreal too. So they're the only ADCs really that are just average. Everyone else is looking so bad. So they took the only ADC that they liked with their Xayah Rakan combo, and so they're basically forcing CLG to
on something possibly unfamiliar.
Never mind. Are they going Kalista?
Which is a pretty good Kai'Sa.
Yeah.
Kai'Sa is a very good ADC to counteract these engages with her upgraded W, I believe, that makes her invisible as she's skulking around the rift.
I do like the Kai'Sa pick. I'm honestly... So if they didn't ban out the Kai'Sa, obviously they got something planned out for it, but I'm interested to see how this goes. But if you have Xayah and Rakan and you have Piglet and Vulcan on Xayah and Rakan, I'd imagine that this is going to be heavily favored bot side for CG Academy.
Yes, it seems like they're going for very aggro picks, and they're going to just
the Aatrox!
And we have an Aatrox hover from Vulcan. Let's see if he actually picks it.
I've seen it's been pretty strong actually in the last patch.
Now, this is the
I don't think it's a troll
8.12 patch, so it's obviously before the Aatrox rework that's coming up. But it seems like he did lock it in, so we are getting an Aatrox top and a Swain mid.
I assume. Well, let's see. We gotta wait till. No, it's at the.
Yeah, he already locked it in. It's going to be a very heavy CC oriented team, and we have a Kennen top lane, and it was just as I said earlier, an Aurelia mid.
I don't even know where to start. They're so squishy on CLG Academy's side. They have almost no tanks whatsoever. I feel like with CG Academy's roster that they're just gonna kind of mob them with the three kind of like Swain's not really a bruiser, but he's pretty tanky and he's gonna get mostly close range for all of his stuff. I think that's enough protection for Zion Rakan to just stay in the back and have Rakan engage and stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and fast forward this a little bit so that we can go ahead and get into the game. All right, we have CG Academy versus CLG Academy, and we're starting off game 4. Let's see where they're going.
Seems like a pretty standard laning. No one's switching. No one's going for the cheesy invades. We're just kind of showing mid and dancing.
Oh, baby. We going point defense on both sides. It looks to me.
Honestly, I think in the mid lane matchup is probably the most watched one because we have the Swain Aurelia, and Aurelia really thrives on going in and out of minions, dashing in and out. And Swain, with his new updated stun, he can just pull it out.
Did he get behind him? Is he behind him in top? Yes,
the
Rakan got behind him. Oh my god, they're going 4-on-1 on
They're going for it. But he took the E. He took the E first. But that means he won't have as much pressure top lane with his E first. Because he doesn't have his shuriken.
That's true. I feel like they could have taken advantage of that better somehow. I know they obviously don't want to burn any flashes to go for the kill because he still had his flash up.
Yes.
But they had the pincer. Yeah. They had 4-on-1. I feel like that should have been a kill.
They didn't want to go in too heavy, but no summoners were burned. It just means that Kennen will kind of start behind because he has his E rather than the shuriken.
And we have Zion Rakan showing up late to the bot lane.
Which means they're going to be a little behind.
Actually, it looks like this is still the first wave, so they didn't miss anything, luckily.
Yeah. That was quite a trek for them to do all the way from top lane back down to bottom lane.
And we're getting an early gank.
From the
Wiggly's
level 2
coming
Camille, in. And he has no idea.
Oh my god. He's going to get... No, he can't get off the...
He lands for the flash. E. It's a lot of pressure.
Oh, they got
it.
And
got
first
the first blood
goes
to CLG. Wiggly comes in with the level 2 Camille and just waits for the Aatrox flash, and then he bounces onto him.
So we got no flash on the Aatrox, and that's...
And despite being fairly behind for only picking E first... Oh, okay, we're going back into the replay. So he's waiting for him to show... And then he waits on the wall for the flash and goes in to stun. And that's just an easy kill because he has no more escapes.
Honestly, if you really want to play that perfectly, you gotta flash the Camille flash. So Max Trobo really misplayed that one, but
honestly, I think there wasn't too much to do other than to either
Is he coming up for
early.
a repeat game? Oh god, he's about to have a terrible time this
Max
game.
Trobo is already behind, and Camille is just waiting in the bush
this
for
is
the
how you get the
moment.
cannon. This is how you get the cannon fed right here. All right. Oh no, I don't think. They got it. Oh god.
They had to burn a lot of things, but Max Trobo is already behind.
2 kills in a minute and a half.
2 kills in a minute and a half. This is just a smorgasbord of kills.
A smorgasbord.
So we have Fallen Bandit heavily ahead now. Both summoners for Max Trobo has been on cooldown, and he's 14 CS ahead.
And he's going to miss this whole wave that's crashing at turrets, so he's just... This is honestly, a lot of people just say GG, it's over. But I believe in Clutch Gaming. I think that they can pull it out.
And it's a good thing that Vulcan noticed that, and he decided to ward their jungle deeply. Because as we saw earlier, Camille took a bit of the Trundle's jungle top lane before he came back for the repeat gank.
All right, let's look at bottom lane. We got even CS going on. No trading hardly. This is the exciting matchup right here.
The exciting matchup that we all wanted to watch.
If Zyra Khan doesn't get that level 2, then they're not really going to do anything so much against that Tom Kench because Tom's just going to eat him.
Tom's just going to eat him, and he's just going to keep on getting tankier throughout the game.
Yeah.
It seems like Vulcan's doing a lot
we got a 4-minute roam.
3-man mid.
They are not going to get anything here, I don't think.
But it's good.
So far back.
It's good to look for it, but as I said earlier, Aurelia with those minion dashes, she can just go in and out and play safe, especially against the Swain.
All right, let's see. Aurelia already went back. She got a Corruption Potion and a Doran's Blade, so she's looking for that early game advantage over here.
Oh that early pushing, we're going back to the top.
And his stuff is pushing back into the tower. And here comes,
like
I was about to say, here comes round 3. Okay.
Just going to play with the scuttle.
Trundle's at least going to have his back this time. Moon's coming in.
And it seems despite the early counter jungling from Camille, Trundle is still even in CS, so he's not doing too bad.
Gosh, but it's already a 1.5k gold lead in 5 minutes. That's pretty nuts. Okay, yep, here's round 3, and Trundle's gone.
Round 3.
Yep.
And no summoners.
No, he's done.
Still no summoners for Max Strobo.
Oh gosh.
Wow, it is a bad game for him today.
I honestly, so at this point, you want to say, all right, let's hemorrhage, or not, let's hemorrhage the bleeding. Let's stop the bleeding. He's hemorrhaging gold. But yeah, let's stop the bleeding because you're not even giving bot and mid a chance in this game.
And I think that was probably the best thing they could do is to get this Kennen ahead early. Because I think Kennen's roam potential with his once he gets ult is just destructive.
Oh yeah, and so I wonder. I haven't seen Kennen in so long, so I assume that they still go Bruiser. But all right, we got some plays going in.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about with the Tom Kench eating the Kai'Sa just to make sure she's safe from all the damage that this Zyra Rakan bot lane can put out.
Yeah, it basically negates it unless you go on the Tom Kench.
And that just might be what they have to do. Just doing some pink ward clearing. I'm sure there's some cheers from the crowds going on.
Sound like a ghost.
A little bit of a ghost. It's a little even still in the mid lane. They're just all playing safe right now. Fallen Bandits is just already looking good with the Camille ganks. And they're just going kind of even in the other lanes.
So I'm wondering where actually Trundle is going to hit up first for ganking because he hasn't really shown his presence in any lane.
I think it's...
Are they trying for the Tom Kench right here? I don't know if they... Yeah. They're trying for the cheeky play, but it's not going to happen this time.
There's really nothing the Trundle can do pre-6 in terms of ganks because everybody else on the CLG team has so many disengages they can get out fairly quickly.
I mean, you can try, though. You can show up in lane. I mean, you're not going to get the Irelia, most likely, but you can get the Kennen, and you can also get bot lane. So he has 2 possible ganking lanes that he's really not even dealing with. But most likely it looks like he's just going to farm it out then, just to stay even. Alrighty.
I think that probably the best case scenario for them to do right now is just to keep eyes on objectives and make sure they have, dragon control despite their disadvantage in the top lane, and possibly Herald control. Because it seems like with the amount of time Camille has spent up top, that they're really going to be focusing getting Kennen ahead, and that Herald can just help disengage that steamrolling of
and
Kennen.
Herald being buffed right now is honestly disgusting. So if they do, most likely CLG Academy will be able to flex their goal to pick up the Herald whenever it spawns. But you can see that Clutch Gaming is trying to protect their top laner. They got three pink wards on their top side.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, maybe going to be able to spot out any potential Camille ganks.
Yeah, so they at least are ready for it. But it looks like they are paying.
Ooh, they're getting the early Infernal.
This is what I was talking about. CG needed to prioritize these other objectives because it seems like CLG is actually preferring the top, and they're probably going to get this first blood turret top lane. Just for a trade for the Infernal.
I'll take the Infernal. All right, and I think everyone else will at this point
no.
too. Oh
Camille
no,
levels,
he's fine. He's got it.
He's good.
Oh man, that's gotta feel
Camille
bad.
ulted though, he was donezo.
Oh,
we're going in.
Aurelia doing some
Tuesday.
plays. Oh, she
wow.
pops her
Okay,
ult?
pops the ult, and Sun
and we
flashes
get the
out.
flash out.
Flash out, but Camille still has her ult.
Oh, and Masania's.
Good
Oh, that was
stopwatch.
beautiful.
That was a good stopwatch. Wow.
And it looks like Wiggly's just gonna be. Oh no, that's not gonna be enough damage.
Yeah, what a play from Sun to have the wherewithal to know, okay, Camille might be coming in. I'm going to save my stopwatch and flash out of the Aurelia.
Yeah, at that point, Aurelia couldn't do so much, but it was good that he didn't stopwatch instead of flashing the Aurelia, because then he would have just been screwed in mid lane.
Yeah. There's a lot of good things with stopwatch, but there's also a lot of bad things because that means you'll be stuck in that place for 3 seconds, and whenever anyone's around, they target that spot right when you come out.
Alrighty, so in bot lane, we got Kai'Sa, what looks to be building her Ginso's Rage Blade.
And we have the Cull on Piglet's side with the Xayah. He's doing good work there. He's 15 CS, or 17 rather.
18, you foolish fool. Okay, 17, 16, Jesus Christ.
We're just doing an average here, all right?
It's a play-by-play. This CS is going nuts.
We'll say 1 wave. We'll say 1.5 waves ahead.
Sure, if you want to be inaccurate.
And we still have Kennen sitting pretty 40 CS
Jesus,
ahead.
this... Is that 40?
50 CS.
50 CS, yeah.
Excuse me.
You make
maths.
me question my math. I'm like, hold the phones. Let me plug in some numbers here. Let me get the calculator.
And that sheer pressure that the Camille has had on the top lane has granted them a 3.3k lead.
So I don't even know what you can do at this point in top lane, because with this much of an advantage, he's just going to solo get that tower. And Wiggly's taking all the topside jungle too. I mean, it's all gone already, but they're making sure that their whole topside cannot even be traversed in, and it's 11 minutes into the game.
They need to look for an answer here, because if they don't have an answer, they're just going to keep that pressure, and Aatrox will just stay behind.
Right, they're going to choke him out of the game at 11 minutes in. That's crazy. All right.
Yeah, Camille just waiting in the
Wiggly's
jungle.
looking for something. Let's see who waits first. Okay, so they're going to spot Moon on that ward right there, leaving. So they have an advantage on CLG Academy side.
Yeah.
Tuesday
still has his flash, and Sun doesn't have
Sun
anything.
has nothing. They're punishing this.
They're punishing it. Oh, flash engage. Oh my
that was
goodness. The cannon coming
and
in.
they're going to get...
Wow,
And they
the double
get
kill.
trundled too, and then Rakan ults and
Rakan.
tries to save the day. It's not happening.
He gets a kill
Piglet
for 2, and it
looking-
is not
no.
a good game for CG. Sun just got dived with the flash engage from Kennen, and there was just nothing he could do.
No.
The Kennen ult on top of the Camille ult, there was just nowhere for him to go.
And they took that tower aggro really well there. Nobody got super low except for when they dove the trundle
for the
towards the end.
replay.
All right.
And he has no vision on that side, and so Kennen's able to just flash in and just engage on both of them.
They only... Okay,
They
so...
didn't even need to know that Moon was there. He was
No.
just already out of place by the time Kennen flashed in.
Moon could not have saved anything right there. All right, and so we got bot lane back and getting their first big item. Everybody...
See if they can get a power spike and at least shut down one lane.
Really, honestly, just have faith in Piglet this game, because he's the only one that's actually... Like, bot lane is the only one that's doing fine, which is sad because he's not going to have enough time to really ramp up this game, I don't think. They're going to have to do a lot of delaying tactics in order to stretch out this game. Oof. Just watching Aurelia...
Just dashing all over the place.
It's sexy, okay? I love it.
It's just easy farm, you know?
Yeah.
Seems like we still got a couple stopwatches on the screen. We have the Tom Kench stopwatch, so he'll be good for a good disengage. And it seems like Kai'Sa's probably going back for that Ginso's Rage Blade. Oh, nope, she's staying.
Yeah, she's greeding for this wave. But, I mean, they can't really punish it, so it's all...
They already have
it's
the
all fine.
pink brush, so there's absolutely nothing that they won't be able to see.
And CLG Academy, there's no shot that Clutch can even get near competing for this buff. So I wonder which lane they're actually going to send it to. Because they could probably, honestly, get mid lane by themselves. Mid lane is already really low.
It's very low, so they'll probably use it bot lane. They'll probably do some kind of switch. Nope, it looks like they're still going to do the standard lanes, but the preferable lane would probably be the bot lane to get the most bang out of your buck with this Herald.
The most bang at your buck. Oh, boy.
We do have the Ginso's Rage Blade on the side of CLG.
So the first
and
power
we have a
spike comes out.
Razor.
Ooh, Storm
Razor on the Piglet's Xayah.
That's interesting. So with like the static shiv buffs, you really do want a little bit of that pop on your first combo on Xayah, just because it just does so much burst damage when you just auto WQ and then you get those 3 feather procs.
I did not know that. See, that was totally different thing. But
What's up?
So Xayah was backing already, and I know that Xayah and Rakan can back together, but I did not know that you could go together even if Xayah started late or earlier, way earlier.
Yeah. Wait, you didn't know that?
No,
that's true because you don't really play Xayah and Rakan. No, that was like their big point that people kind of they weren't okay. Well, Rift Herald's already going in.
Already
All right, mid's gone.
Mid's gone, and they're going
and
in
the
on
fight
the
happens.
gauge,
Kennen ults in,
but
then,
he gets exhausted. Oh my
you
god!
See Xayah come out? Oh my gosh!
Okay. And this is what
Clutch Game is actually playing this pretty
so
well.
good.
They're gonna get him. I realize. Oh, they get the Aurelia. All right, I don't think that they can force anything off of this.
They can't really
but
get
it looks
anything else. But that was such a
they're
good
gonna go get
play.
Mountain Drake.
Yes, that was such a good play from Phil as Tahm Kench because Kennen was so low and Tahm Kench just ate him and went out. They could have gotten 2 kills, but because that disengaged from Tahm Kench, they were only able to get Tuesday, and now they're teleporting top.
And they're going for the dive.
Going for the
dive.
dive.
He's fine. But they're gonna just get that tower.
Yeah, they're trading the dragon for yet another turret. And
Clutch Gaming on the macro, they don't really know what to do here because they got bot turret, but they still have people in mid, and they're not going to be able to take the tower mid. So really, they just get a tier 2 for a tier 1.
So they get the Herald going, and then Kennen's waiting the bush, goes in, ults, but then he gets...
So he gets feathered.
Yeah, he gets feathered,
Rakan
and
goes
he gets
in.
exhausted.
So his ult hits nothing.
Yeah, his ult almost did nothing because of the exhaust. And
they juggle aggro really well here. So they have Xayah get hit up first, and Xayah immediately ults out of there, and then they have Aatrox go jump in. When Aatrox gets low and resurrects, they go ahead and they send in the Swain. So that was a really good job actually for team fighting by Clutch Gaming.
Now we're just back to the regular old farming, and the Herald is gone, but so is mid turret.
Honestly, I'm trying to think of any kind of win condition for Clutch Gaming, and being 4K down is pretty tough to come back from, but I think with their team comp, they're able to do it as long as they don't get basically GG'd in 25 minutes.
Yeah, it's basically a stalling game right now. You have Swain with the Rod of Ages, so he's stacking up kind of a little bit of health.
Kennen actually went ahead and did the AP build.
Yeah, he had the shooty proto belt. That's what it's called.
The shooty shooters.
The shooty shooters. The proto belt for just extra mobility and a little bit more damage.
Oh, it looks like Moon's coming up to the top side to get some pressure so they can get that top tower.
And we have a full clear of all the turrets for CLG. They just got bot turret. And so we have a 4-to-1 turret advantage right now.
So it looks like Kennen's probably going to force his way to clear all this red side just so he can 1v1 the Aatrox and get this bot tower.
Yeah, and it seems like Aatrox is getting a little bit more health just to get a little tankier because he got popped
He's
so
like,
early.
please, God, stop.
Don't kill
Make
me.
the bleeding stop. Oh, my Lord, help it.
Man. All right, so
he's actually not doing so he hasn't dropped too much more CS than when he was down 50 before.
Yeah.
So
he's slowly getting his bearings back, but I mean, just that pressure that they had top just put him so far behind.
I'm interested to see if CLG Academy tries to force their advantage by basically trying for an early Baron.
They just might because they have that. There's 2 towers down in the top lane which means that's even less vision than they would normally get. And it would take CG's ward placement to really get the vision and make sure that they don't get that early Baron.
Yep. But most of the gold right here is on the Kennen, and so when Kennen is bot side, it's pretty even for the most part. So if Clutch could actually have any kind of power swing, it would be on the top side of this map. Because no way are they going to get anything bot.
Yeah, and it seems that Kennen's going to be playing pretty safe, or he will be safe because he has a Zhonya's picked up now. So he'll be able to just go golden and be untargetable.
He's going to be golden, Pony Boy.
And then if he gets into trouble, they always have that Tahm Kench.
All right, so we got bush strats.
We got some bush strats.
All right, they got awarded.
Oh, man.
Oh, he misses
the E.
Oh.
But they can't really do anything because no one else was there and it was a 2v3.
Yeah, I think they were just kind of being walking wards there. If you can't get it, unless they were going to get a pick on one player.
It looks like Xayah might be rotating bot to see if, to make sure this Aatrox is safe. Tahm Kench just kind of waiting in the brush. Ult on off of cooldown so he can transport anyone very far.
I'm honestly surprised that they're not taking more advantage of the Tahm Kench ult. If you're that far ahead, right? Like, so if they wanted to, you go ahead and eat Kai'Sa, ult behind the Swain, and then 3v1 the Swain with Irelia, Tahm, and Kai'Sa.
They could. That's definitely a thing. And their vision shows that they do have a little bit of sight back there. So they do know where some of the teammates or the team members of CG are.
Because the worst thing that happens in that situation is that you would have gotten Swain and Trundle against 3 people, and you're still going to win that fight. So, honestly, I'm looking to see more of some Tahm Kench roams going on here.
Yeah.
Especially to possibly punish the Aatrox to get something going, because it doesn't look like Kennen has actually been able to split so good over the last couple of minutes for this bot lane.
And the Trundle pick seems so good off the top, but it seems like there's the only person that he can get the tanky stats from is Tahm Kench and possibly Camille.
Tahm Kench doesn't really build any tanky stats either. He's not going to take any armor. He's got ninja tabbies.
Yeah, ninja tabbies is the only thing he has.
I'm really honestly wondering
why
they picked the Trundle. Yeah. See, when in doubt, I always assume they know like way better than anybody else does as professional players. Professionals. But I'm just not seeing it this game. It's really just been kind of a hindrance to their team.
And right now they're just all kind of gathered mid, just destroying each other's vision, making sure that one has the advantage over the other. And Aatrox looks like he's caught out.
He's done. He's done.
Camille's over the side of the wall.
Yeah.
Looking for the Camille, and he has no escape.
What's Aatrox gonna do? He's gonna get the res passive.
But it's
he's gonna be able to jump away. Oh no!
Stun from Camille prevented the jump.
He was gonna get that
But
kill.
they're going for the Baron.
All right,
they're going for the early Baron. This is
they ulted on. Oh my gosh! They
got Aurelia.
Are they gonna be able to kill him?
Oh,
you gotta kill the Aurelia. Oh no!
Man.
Clutch Gaming is about to get eviscerated here. Swain's coming in. Swain does his ulti. Is Swain gonna get anything back?
Oh, the
golden.
They're
gonna try to.
Oh
no!
my
Swain gets hit.
Oh my gosh!
So many low kills.
Clutch.
Oh, he could have gotten
the clutch exhaust coming in from Tahm Kench as soon as Swain popped his ult.
Wiggly
so that
gets
he
out
had
a sliver of
health. That's crazy. But he had to go golden Swain because he got exhausted so quickly and no damage was being
I like how we're calling it going golden.
Going golden.
Honestly. I mean, I'm going to try and push that for you. We going golden, baby. All right, Piglet's going to try. Wait, oh my God. Is he going for the 1v3? Oh my God.
And he stole the dragon. Piglet comes in.
Get this kid out of here.
Because they went to the dragon off so low health off that fight. Piglet was able to come in and steal the dragon.
They were greeding for that hard.
They were very greedy. And as you see here, there's just nowhere for Max Trobo to go.
No,
after he used his jump, there was just no escape for him.
He does almost get the counter kill on Wiggly though.
We're going back here for the replay for the and see the teleport.
So they get a good engage on the Irelia right here.
Engage, but they weren't able to kill her.
Quick. And then Irelia just goes ahead, gets to the Rakan, kills him.
Oh man, Wiggly's able to get a little bit of a damage on Piglet, but that's about it, and it's just a done deal.
Yeah, once they can't finish off either the Kennen or the Camille with Swain, it really becomes hard for Piglet to clean up on any of that stuff.
Yeah. what they needed to do in that fight for CG is get rid of the Aurelia.
Oh, I think Swain's. I don't think Swain can get out of this. They got
he
2 TPs coming. All right, so we're actually gonna get a fight. We're gonna get a 3v2 here. Oh, so they cancel one.
Yeah, they canceled
Max
one.
Trobo. Max Trobo's
Max
done.
Trobo. You should have canceled it. Oh my god.
Report my bot laner because she just sent me on a wild goose chase to my death. All right, and then Rakan's going in.
Oh, okay. Good damage. Oh, Piglet is going.
Okay. Oh, that's a good ulti by Piglet.
Okay. Piglet's dead now, but Fallen Bandit is dead, and here comes the ace. Oh man, it started off as such a good engage, but then as soon as Piglet canceled his teleport, you just knew that Sun wasn't going to get out alive, and Max Trobo should have canceled his as well.
Yeah.
But because they went in one by one, there was just nothing they could do.
I don't think the comms were very good for that one. Like, I would love to hear them during that situation, because it's probably like, okay, we TP top.
We're going in,
and then Zai's like,
And they pick up the Baron, and the Baron goes over to CLG, and they have just skyrocketed. They are 8k gold ahead.
Doubling their gold. Oh my gosh. Let's go ahead and look at this.
So this teleport comes in.
So Sun
gets canceled.
Sun gets the Zanyas to buy time. Right when I believe Isaiah probably canceled because he saw that it was 3 people over there. And even if they took that 3v3, they're just going to jump on Zaya, and he'll just die.
Especially the point where Zaya teleported in, because he was much closer.
Oh, so Piglet is... I wonder... So Piglet ults and he flashes backwards, but I wonder if he was waiting for the Zanyas to come off on the Kennen to get that kill, but he just got killed before it happened.
Yeah, it's just a thing of miscommunication here, because they honestly should have just given up that one kill and just be done with it. But because Max Trobo continued with his teleport and went in, the rest of the team still came to follow.
Because best case scenario there is they get 1 kill and they get out, right? Like, they're about to start a team fight where they're down 2 people.
Right.
They're about to start I believe it was a 3v5.
And, well, it became a 3v5 by the time the rest of the team got there. And because of that mistake, it just got them an easy Baron.
It looks like they'll probably just choke it out here. Kennen will most likely split that bot lane, get that free tower. If they send Aatrox there, then he definitely will.
Yeah. Luckily, a little silver lining for Clutch Gaming is Kennen died before they got the Baron. So even if Kennen were pushing bot lane, he wouldn't be able to have those Baron-empowered minions like Aurelia has top.
Yeah, that's true.
Aurelia has top.
So really, they're just gonna use regular split pushing Kennen while they Baron down. Wait, did Aurelia didn't die? Did I really?
I'm not sure. I think she did.
During that team fight, did she lose?
Or Baron? No, because there were 3 people at the Baron.
They only killed 1 person. For the life of me, I can't remember who they killed in that team fight. All right, let's see here. We're going bush. They're giving bush strats because really...
That's really all they can hope for right now at this point.
All right, so there's 5 man in bot.
Yeah, they're just going to get this turret. Easy money, clean up, probably rotate mid, try to do the same thing there. And make sure all tier 2s are down.
Yeah, I don't think that they're going to choose to fight on this Baron. And by they, I'm referring to Clutch Gaming.
Yeah. Because
I think they'd only have to choose to fight when they're on the inhibitor tower. Because really... if you try and fight for a tier 2 and you die off of that, that's game over. You lose.
Yeah.
So it's not really worth it.
Especially because Aurelia pushed the top lane, so they would have had the top lane pushing towards them, as well as them getting that tier 2 bot turret and possibly tier 1 and inhib with that. Then it's just a matter of rotation.
All right. So now that we're at the choking out portion of the game, let's go ahead and look at our recap here over Zaya up for 50 CS. So Zaya is the only one up in CS in the entire game. Tom Kench with that target. Wait, did he get targets?
Yeah, he got the targets upgrade.
The targets upgrade. Yeah, 63 CS over the Rakan.
And it looks like he's building towards a locket for that Swain to just negate even more damage. And we have Kai'Sa with the Ginsos and the Nashers, and it looks like she's going to build in towards the Death Cap to do even more damage during these team burst damage during these team fights.
I won't say that I'm the one that discovered AP Kai'Sa, but I am the one that discovered AP Kai'Sa. All right, my first game with Kai'Sa on release, I was like, what? Her passive does how much damage? And her W? Are you kidding me? And then I pulled up the old sandbox, tried it out, did one
crazy damage.
Yeah, did one game though, and then I lost terribly. So then I said, okay, well.
But because of that burst damage, they were able to get that 4th dragon so easily. And it looks like they're just going into the jungle and destroying all these wards, making sure they have the vision.
Yeah, what Clutch needs to do right now is like defensive wards to make sure that they don't get bullied too hard in their own jungle. Because now that they don't have Baron, this is a possible chance for Clutch to look for them making mistakes here. It's starting to get more into the late game. We got 30 minutes here. And so you can possibly see a chance for a 5v5 to actually work in their favor. Mm-hmm. But that's only if they do misplays. Like, basically, Kennen has to ult and not hit anybody like he did in that first team fight.
Yeah. He has to ult and maybe either get exhausted or... just like you said, he doesn't do any damage.
Yeah, I believe they got him last time with the feathers, and he was just
stunned, and he was unable to really do any damage. Mm-hmm. Looking more on the item side again, we have Cammy and Aurelia with Triforces, and it looks like that Jarm's Fist is probably going to build into a Sterig's Gauge rather than a Fromal.
I like Sterig's Gauge.
Yeah, it's a very good team fighting item because it gives you that extra health if you're very low health with these team fights. Yeah. Which will happen because with these team comps,
nobody on their team is going to build any real defensive item. Yeah. So Sterig's Gauge, I mean, you get your damage, you get your health, and that's all the tankiness you need, especially when you're up 8,000 gold.
Yeah. For the Trundle here, he does have a locket, which I assume is for the Kai'Sa and for Kennen. But he also looks like he's building towards a Frozen Heart to kind of negate some of the attack speed that Aurelia and Camille get from the Trinity Force.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Clutch Gaming is trying to, I guess, bait out their vision on the top side to see if they come to clear some wards and go in for an engage. But they don't even need to do that really at this point.
They already know that they're winning the long game.
CLG's just going to go... What else are they going to go do? Kill Max Trobo again.
Yeah. Make sure Max Trobo stays...
Oh, he got some good damage on that.
Oh, wow!
That was actually a dirty Zhonya's.
Really good.
Is he going to get him? Yep. The flash.
He kept the flash.
Feels bad. But they're going in action. No, this is gonna go all Clutch Gaming side
because they know those.
And he just got the lead in with that Storm's Razor.
Oh my goodness!
Tom Kemp just said this is their in into the game. They're gonna get Baron off this.
Yes, this is what they needed to do. They need to get Piglet fed because he's able to just go in and kill all these people.
Honestly, that couldn't have worked out though without them being proactive to get there as quick as they did, and without Max Trobo actually putting in work on that Aatrox, getting Kennen bursted down really low. And that was a 2v1
That was a 2v1, and he almost killed Fallen Bandit.
Yeah.
It just goes to show with the Ginso's Rage Blade and the Tiamat upgrade, the Hydra.
You get enough autos, just
so much damage.
Alright, so CLG's going to try and challenge with 3 people.
Yeah, they have to prevent this Baron or else it's going to...
No, it's a 5v3. It's a 5v3.
Yeah, they're going to get this Baron. And now what they have to do...
This is their into the game, man.
This is what they have to do. They have to use this Baron pressure to get objectives. Because otherwise, CLG is just going to wait out their Baron, and they're just not going to get anything from it.
Yeah, it all depends if they go the defensive strat, which is you just stay in your base and defend with your Baron buff, or if they actually try and get some of these tier 1s down finally. So on the repeat, we got Rakan with the early engage.
Flash engage.
But at this point, like, Rakan doesn't even need to hit that for them to die.
Yeah.
Because they had a good angle on it. They had 4 men against 2. Yeah, they were going to get those 2 kills regardless.
And honestly, I'm not sure why Tom Kinch pulled the trigger on that stopwatch. Maybe he really wanted to sell it. So he's like,
that's got to be it. He's like, you know what, I could go for some more gold. I need that 200-ish. What does stopwatch sell for?
Well, it sells for 600 if you don't use it, and 200 if you use it, I believe.
Okay.
But it looks like Aurelia's gonna stay alive for these because not Max Trobo.
Oh, but Rakan's over there. Rakan, he gets the charm.
And we got a
Max Trobo's gonna be able to get his autos on. Kennan's ulting, and then we got stuff coming from the backside. You have Kai's on the. Oh my gosh, they just deleted Kennen. All right, so we're gonna have Aurelia probably die. Piglet's dead. This is just two separate fights happening right here.
Oh man, they were able to
cleaning
just
up
split
over
everything.
Here. All right, can Moon get Wiggly?
Oh man,
it doesn't look
here
like
comes
he can.
the ace.
Oh my goodness.
That was such a bad start, but they turned things around. But not too much. They
have
for
to be able
CG.
to kill him here, right? They have to be able to kill him
with
here.
the
Yeah,
slows.
they're gonna get that.
Oh,
yeah,
now he's just dead. Mistimed, but he still got the kill.
Mistimed, but doesn't matter.
Now I hope we go into the replay because what happened? There was just so much happening in this fight.
See, when you cast for these two separate fights, there's just so much going on that you don't know what to look at. So in the replay, we got them going bush strats.
Max Trobo here.
Then we got Rakan coming in to help. He ults both Kennen and the Camille. And then on the backside, they're going hard on Swain.
Yeah.
Piglet is in a very bad spot because
he's just in the middle of everything.
Yeah.
But he's able to get the Kennen.
He's able to get the Kennen.
But then
he already uses feathers though.
Yeah,
so
he uses his feathers, so he has no more escape.
So really, honestly, what they needed was once that Aurelia went and dove in, they needed at least Moon to come over to help Piglet peel off that Aurelia.
Another smart thing that happened here is as
they're going for
the Elder. As Rakan jumped over to ult both Camille and Kennen, Camille flashed out, so she stayed away from the damage that would have happened. She did still get a lot of damage from the fight, but she was able to flash out and keep alive while they just focused on Kennen. Now, if they got both of those kills, it probably would have went in Clutch's favor, that fight.
Honestly, I think if they just could have protected Piglet.
That too.
Not have him get dove by the Aurelia. If they win that part, I think that they just get the ace right there.
And I think that's when Tahm Kench just comes in handy.
Yeah.
As good of an engage as Rakan has, Tahm Kench just has the ability to disengage. If you don't kill them on the spot, Tom will get that person out with the eat.
All right, so I think you could honestly see a fight here. Aatrox isn't around, so they're not going to want to pull the trigger on Clutch Gaming's side, but they know that they can kind of go toe-to-toe with them in terms of 5v5s. So you're going to start seeing Clutch Gaming be a little bit more active in seeking some of these fights if they can.
And it's I didn't quite see it on the screen, but the Baron power play probably was not that much because they almost died immediately, and we have a fight going on right now.
He dives in and he ults the back line. Oh my god, Kennen, they're just getting the combo off now. Everyone's dying. Piglet's still alive, actually. Oh, is he going to get auto? No. Auto takes him down. But, Aatrox is cleaning up. He is just destroying this team. And, oh my gosh, Aatrox gets the double.
And they managed to turn a good engage into, or a bad engage into a good fight for CG.
I don't understand how they honestly survived that. We need to see a replay on this one now. Because they had the perfect engage on CLG Academy side.
There's just, I'm not sure why they lost that fight, but I think it was also the tower. They didn't quite get the tower down before they engaged on the fight, but they were just, it should have been a CLG easy win.
Let's see what we got here. So Aurelia starts in the fight first. She goes in,
gets the stun on Sun, and then goes into ult.
So Aurelia gets instantly popped. Kennen goes in. Sun, that's why. Sun Zanya's while he had his ulti up.
And just healed all that damage.
Yeah, Aatrox was just cleaning up while people were diving the backline. So once they dove so hard for Piglet and Rakan, at that point, they had used so much time getting those kills that Aatrox had about 8 seconds to free auto everybody who was diving.
Yeah.
And so he was just able to clean up that fight really
well. It also looked like there was a little bit of miscommunication because as Aurelia was diving and dying, some of the team members were still attacking the turret to make sure they didn't get too much turret aggro.
Too many aggro.
So those autos that they put on the turret could have been autos that they put on those team members to help get the kill. But because Aurelia went in and the turret was still half health, she died almost instantly, which means that that CLG had to change priority from the turret to other players on the CG side.
All right, it looks like actually that most of CLG Academy, if I was them, I'd start to try and get vision on their at least red side because Baron's coming up in 50 seconds.
Mm-hmm. And they already have an Elder.
Yeah, it's swinging in Clutch Gaming's direction. It looks like Clutch is going to be able to pull this off. I told you, if they go long enough, that Clutch really has a shot
that was a win condition.
At getting this. This Aatrox is becoming too scary.
CLG was just kind of playing with their food, just making sure to keep Max Trobo behind, but they didn't make sure everyone else was also behind.
All right. Looks like we're going to possibly see a 5v5 coming in.
They're just kind of backing off.
We got subs up on almost everybody on
the next
CG side.
The next fight will be a big one. However, if they do it fairly quickly, Kai'Sa and Kennen won't have their flashes up, and so they'll be very vulnerable in this next fight.
So Clutch is going to probably be looking to fight whenever they get an opportunity to.
Yeah. However, we do have 2 GAs on the side of CLG, one with Aurelia and one with Camille, so they'll be able to kind of disengage after they go in too much. But it seems like they're just playing the slow game. That's what this game is for CG. They have to play the slow game.
Oh, and Camille goes in. We get the ult out. Piglet's going to probably end up... Oh my god, Piglet just pops 2 people. Jesus. And then we got... Broken on the outside getting annihilated.
Oh my gosh. And see,
and he's going to res up here, and then Sun's going to end up cleaning up the fight.
There's just so many reses from both sides of the team that they're able to just
Guardian Angels left, right, and center, and Clutch Gaming wins another team
only
fight.
Camille is left alive.
Where's he going to go? Where's he going to go? They're going to run with their minion wave. He can't cut the minion wave because they already have the wave with him.
Yeah.
He's going to try his best, but you have to back here, man. Yeah. There's 4 minions. They're just going to tower tank it. And what is Camille doing here?
And they're going to push. They're going to get the inhib off of this. For sure.
Yeah.
That was such an excellent team fight.
Honestly, these timers are pretty high. I'm wondering if they push it even more. 15 seconds?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to try and push it more.
They might get both towers.
Yeah.
And be able to
I would honestly, I would try and dive the Camille right here. No, it looks like they might be going for the end right here.
For the end.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
They're going on Camille. Are they going to be able to get it? Yes, Camille's going to end up dying right here.
Otto's but it looks like Kai'Sa's up, and she's going to be able to defend.
They're going, it's got half health.
Oh my god, Spoon is going to...
Oh my god, the defense by Otto. Holy moly, we still got ourselves a game.
And she teleports top.
They're going to reverse end this.
Oh my goodness.
Rakan can't do anything.
Rakan has
but Aatrox is still up.
Yeah, Max Trobo
so they're looking for an engage here from Rakan. Let's see what they do. He's going to wait a bit. 40 seconds on the death timers.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta get in on this.
You gotta get in.
He's done so.
Oh, good.
All right, so we gotta watch that count. Oh no. Okay, so they got.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. My heart is hurting.
Everything is just happening all over.
Oh, they gotta get the cannon before everybody comes in.
Oh,
you gotta start backing up now. Oh
Aurelia ults, and this might be it.
This might be it.
This might be it.
He's not gonna be able to get it. Oh, so what do we got for the death timers? 15, 12?
We got 15 and 10 and
no,
10 and
I don't
12.
think that they can do it. Rakan's gonna have to pull out a miracle, and I don't think he can.
Max Trobo had... he was trying to teleport right into the base to try to solo it, but he got stopped, and what a game.
Honestly, the sad part is if they don't go for Camille, they win the game.
Yeah.
If they just go on... I mean, obviously, they didn't know in that instance. They were trying to get the Camille so that it would just be them against Kai'Sa at the end of the fight. But the 3 seconds that they went on Camille... That's done. They would have won the game.
And we're going for a replay here.
So watch.
And so
they get the tower almost down, and then they go for Camille.
Yeah, they go for
Piglet
Camille.
is still going for Camille at this point. Now he switches the tower, but he's dead by that point.
He's already dead. The burst from Otto
just
deleted them.
Yeah, that would have been game over.
Deleted them.
Wow, what a great game. Wow. Honestly, props off to Clutch Gaming for coming back in that game after getting Stormrolled in the very first 10 minutes of this game.
And this very last, you can see Aatrox, he's trying to teleport. He's trying to teleport, but Aurelia's there. Aurelia's there, so she's going to defend, and it's just nothing they can do.
It's tragic.
It was a very good engage on the Kai'Sa, but she was able to stopwatch. Or maybe she had Zhonya's.
The only other way for them to come out on top in this one is if they actually were able to kill the Kennen before everybody else came.
Yeah.
But they couldn't do it, and so they just stack up the CC. They get the Aurelia ulti in there, and Max Trobo can't do anything.
Almost immediately.
That's the one problem with Aatrox. You CC him, and you're like, who won problem with everybody? You CC him and they die.
And they die.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. This was ISOBoard 5.
And Human Jukebox 107.
Thanks for watching. Congratulations to CLG Academy on their win, and we'll see you next time.